So this is a shakedown camp and it's really shaking me down. Well, the sun's starting to go down, so I'm going to walk 1 kilometre back to the campsite. I have cheated a little bit, as you can tell I'm right by the house. I came back to the house and I actually had some salad and it was beautiful. And now I'm going to head out because everything's set up and I'm going to make myself some Spanish paella. I'm going to enjoy it. And tomorrow morning I'm going to cook myself sausages and cheese with broccoli sprouts and a couple of special ingredients which I brought frozen to defrost overnight. And I'm going to cook them in the Pocket Box wok, and then after that put them in wraps, and that'll be my breakfast. So I better get going and we're going to have some fun. Find a dead tree. Kindling. Punkwood's always good. Bit wet inside, so I'm going to get the outsides dry. What else do we need? You'll mostly find birch by water. We have a lot of it. For fire starting, don't just peel off huge big chunks. What you want to do is peel off the dry stuff. You don't want to strip it. This stuff's dry, the stuff inside won't be. New tinder, got my old tinder, but in there it will go. So with the BioLite, what you do is you build it in verse. So you have the tinder and the light stuff at the bottom and the heavy stuff towards the top. So my kettle pot. So this is a little engine and it causes the air to go spinning around here, which makes the flame more efficient. You can also charge stuff using this, so it's actual free power. I'm not going to do it today because I'm only out for a night and tomorrow morning. But let's see if we can light fire. I'm going to use an accelerant as well. I usually bring hand sanitizer, didn't this time. See the difference the engine makes? No trickery, it works fine. Hand sanitizer, bit of Kleenex works great. Didn't bring the hand sanitizer, need to get some before my next camping trip next week, where I won't be able to walk 20 to 30 minutes to go to the house. So the other thing I forgot, I'll tell you right now, is a cup. Now luckily, this is why this is smoking so much, is it's a brand new BioLite stove, so it actually has one of these useless cups inside it, which I don't really use. But in this case I am. I'm going to have my coffee first, then I'm going to have my Spanish paella. I always carry metal cutlery, I think it's by far the best idea. First I'm going to top it up. I really like pine cones, nature's own accelerant. Fell over, lost all the water, it was just about boiled, so I had to restart it. The fire itself did not go out. Beaver bench. Sitting on the beaver bench, waiting for my water to boil, second time, to my Spanish paella and a cup of coffee. You can't see me if I actually point the camera the opposite way around, but I'm looking at the sun start to go down over a very small beaver pond. Boil quick, coffee, smells good. Spanish paella. Hot. Not very well insulated bag this. Stir really well, remembering to take out the oxygen absorber because you don't want the iron. Then you seal it and wait 10 minutes, which is exactly the right amount of time for me to enjoy my coffee. That milk. I'm not really that happy with where I set my fire up. It should have been on a much flatter, stable surface. It turned out it's actually a log that's rotten, which I found out when I accidentally stood on the far end of it. The more faffy your thing is, the more easier it is to contaminate yourself, and you really don't want to. But I don't really know if I have enough water. I would have had enough water if I hadn't lost 1.5 litres when I tipped over my BioLite stove. If you have any light entering the container, you'll still get the smell of chlorine, but it actually deactivates the sterilizing effect. So this should be covered up during the day, and light blue like this helps a bit, but I would cover this up. I would throw a blanket over this or whatever. I'm shoving into aquatabs as well. Not altogether sure about the tablets I put in. They actually were breaking apart and they were a bit sticky. I'm sure they'll be just fine, but just in case, I'm actually going to use these aquatabs which are brand new. So 2 of them's going in. Failure. Has to be poured in. It's not actually able to fill up. I got a little bit. With that and the aquatabs being pretty old, not trusting it. I have enough water to do. The lesson learned. Lifestraw Mission 12 works great in these conditions. Absolutely great. This is an emergency supply of water. You get a tap and you fill it up. That's it. The micro tower works well. Because of the physics of this bag, no water's getting in. Live and learn. If you want purifications, this bag and a few old aquatabs, not going to work very well for you. Coffee's decent, not bad. And the good thing about this is I can actually buy one type of coffee and give Kitty an extra teaspoon because she likes her coffee awful strong. Usually the only thing I have to wash up is the spoon. Got this in my equipment co-op. These things are ridiculously expensive. So the ingredients: potatoes, rice, onions, green pepper, chickpeas, corn, split peas, Kalamata olives, crushed tomatoes, coconut milk, olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, paprika, black pepper, cayenne, saffron and sea salt. Manufactured in a gluten-free, dairy-free, meat-free and nut-free facility. Go on, I know you want to taste. Not bad. Certainly taste the olive oil and the olives. Chickpeas haven't quite done. I had a feeling dehydrated chickpeas wouldn't do very well. If you're going to use dehydrated chickpeas, grind them up. Use them for the flavouring. Now the sun's gone down over the tree line, so the mosquitoes are hunting in packs. And I won't be able to kill them fast enough. Plus, they have a right to live. So I'm going to eat this, finish my coffee, make sure the fire is well and truly out. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to read, and then I'm going to go to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Sleep tight, don't let the mosquitoes eat you alive. Anti-mosquito lantern. I really don't recommend this, but this is an open tent, so the heat of this should not get excessive, and I'm going to keep a very close eye on it and basically turn it out as soon as I get in the tent. And I will read my book tonight, listening to the birds start to call the end of the day, and the mosquitoes of course. It's getting quite mosquito-y and it's time to turn in and rest. When you're in the real bush, even if I'm 20 to 25 minutes from my house, this is bush. If I fall over and hurt myself here, I have to get myself out. It's not a great situation. You should always have somebody with you. But I actually like camping on my own. I like the thrill of it, and maybe it'll hurt me one of these days. But I'm having a fabulous time. The meal was kind of, it wasn't great. But I had Kitty's leftover pasta salad from yesterday. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And the coffee was good. I'm in my tent with a couple of dozen mosquitoes, which I will have to find and sadly execute. Alright, I think that's filled my lungs full of toxins long enough. On the way out for this little adventure, I took a Bic. One Bic. I always carry Bics in my first aid kits, and in fact any kit I have has 1 to 2 Bics in it. This one doesn't. Add that to the list. This is a shakedown camp, and it's really shaking me down because if I don't have a Bic, I'm stuck with my little ferro rod in my pocket. I'm not really sure I'd like to rely on that. Well, something else. I always use the BioLite flashlight. I really like it. These are the square ones that are multicoloured, they're kind of fun. They don't hang very well. Now I could improvise some string to hang it up on. The one I like is the yellow and the white one. Actually has a metal hook that clicks over stuff like that. So live and learn. Anyway, I'm getting tired, so I'm going to try and lie down for a bit. The birds are starting to get quiet. So thanks for watching, have a great day, and the next video will be, if it works this time, vegan sausage, vegan cheese, wraps and broccoli sprouts are my secret ingredient. Thanks for watching, toodles. Woofie, woofie, woofie. This has been an incredibly cute Wolfie production 2022. Wolfie, goodbye, goodbye.